What's up, Super Ball Views? Keegan here, and today we're going to be talking about the track theorem. Now, the theorem is an interesting piece, and we'll talk about why in just a second after we get past the kind of standard portion of it. We're going to get to the interesting part. First off, the standard portion is the cover. What's it wrapped in? And it's the prime response hybrid with HK22. Now, prime response was most recently used on the Legion series that just came out. The Legion Pearl, Legion Solid, they both featured prime response, but not the HK22 variant, which is being introduced on this ball here. Finished at 500, 1000, 1500 Sierra. You're going to be looking at a compound. It's going to be better than polish because polish is just not really good for actual, using the ball. It makes it look pretty on the shelf. Hey, at least they don't smell though. Anyways, the core is the most interesting part of this ball because it is a modified one. Now, this is something that Brunswick has been doing ever since they bought the Ebonite brands. They started with the WebMB, with stretching out the spheroid core to make it asymmetrical. And then most recently they tried it on the Gamebreaker ASIM by chopping off one part of the core, once again, making it asymmetrical. This one's a little bit different. It's more along the lines of the WebMB in terms of how they did it, where they stretched out the core a little bit, but they used the MC2 core, which has been used previously in the Triton series, the Triton Elite, everyone knows, the famous ball. And then most recently the core was in the Latitude Pearl that came out in the first few batches of trackballs right after the buyout. But they modified it and stretched it and made it symmetric, having the core numbers of 2473 for the RG, low RG, a 46 differential, which is, it's on the higher side, but firmly in medium, it's upper mid essentially, which I'm a big fan of because these higher diff ASIMs, sometimes I get along with them great, other times not so much. But the medium differential ones, I can get along with really well. Now the 17, I'm also a big fan. It is on the higher side nowadays, but that's to be kind of expected. But overall, I'm a big fan of what this ball can do. And I'm going to address the elephant in the room, people who have watched the channel for a significant amount of time, or even just spoken to me in person. I don't like shiny balls. Never have, and I can no longer say never will. Because even though it's compound and not polished, it's still a shiny ball. It's not 4000 grit or anything like that. It's just, there is liquid surface on it. And the thing about that is I've never gone along with it. I throw it slow, I have a lot of hand, and a lot of times that doesn't mix with quick response covers with shinier, quicker response surface preps, because I get just a ton of over-under, where if I throw it too slow or into dry too much, it's just going to jump off the spot and be a terrible reaction for me. Or if I get firm with my speed, it's just going to miss the spot. It's not going to actually hook at all, and I can't find in between, so I take surface to it. I've already thrown this ball, and to be honest about that, this isn't like a pre-me throwing it. I didn't have that problem with this ball. I still got the quick response, but I was able to throw it in a way that gave me control. Well, let's actually hop out into the lane and see what I'm talking about. Alright, here we are on the lane with the theorem, and you can see it's still quick response. It's not, very forward off the spot. it really hooks. But as you can see, I'm throwing it, and I hate to say, like, I really like this ball. I'm playing deeper than I really thought I was with it. I will be honest about that. I thought I was playing a little bit straighter, just kind of throwing it into the drive. I realized I was kind of more in the puddle, which did probably help me like it a little bit more. But as you can see, it doesn't just really, you can clearly see when it turns over. You can see it take that turn versus it just, taking it. So it is on the quicker side, but it's on kind of the medium side of quick, which I really, really enjoyed. It was super, honestly, it was the most controllable quick response ball I have ever owned, I have ever thrown, and I have ever seen. Because most of the time I see quick response and I just don't ever see control out of it. People like it. People can throw it. They don't like having to play with the smoother stuff because you don't see it as much. But this is honestly the most fun I've had filming a ball video in quite a while. So for reference, the total time of shots that I have here is around 4 minutes, a little bit over, which is around the same amount that I had in the Hammer Not Your Thing video. However, I got these in 3 games, while the Hammer video took 6. Yeah, and now, one thing I will say about this is I was playing with the back of it a little bit, so just to kind of take away from as much side-to-side motion, and there was an out of bounds for how much I could go up the back of it and still be, still get that kind of continuation and response off the spot. Which that's going to be for every ball, but since I was having to come to the back of it, I did notice it a little bit, but that's obviously a good thing because that means I was able to kind of just let my hand play a little bit more naturally, and I really enjoyed throwing this ball, which, like I said, for shiny stuff, that never happens. And you can see it just never really missed the spot. Like, I am on house shot here, so that definitely helps it, but my issues with shiny stuff continue on to house shots too. Like, it's not just a sport shot thing. And I don't even know what to compare this to because I don't really have anything else like this in my bag. I have a quantum evo response. It's not the same. It's just a little bit. It's much more forward. The core is just much more heavy rolling than this one is. I have, if I'm going to compare it to another ball, I have another upper mid asymmetric hybrid ball in the Infinity, but that on lane, those two are so different. They're like, I'm gonna have this is a video that I'm gonna make here in a little bit, just talking about cover designators and why they don't mean anything when it comes to ball reaction. But I've got the Infinity, which is an asymmetrical upper mid hybrid, and I have the Theorem, which is an upper mid asymmetrical hybrid, and it's just, they are not the same at all. And like, yeah, cover prep obviously different, but just there are people who say, I want a symmetrical solid. Okay, well, form solid. They say upper mid. Okay, we got them options. Dark web versus solid. It's like, there are options that they do different things. You're gonna look at upper mid asymmetrical hybrids. Sure, there are gonna be other ones on the market from time to time, but just looking at the Infinity versus Theorem, and these two are my 2 and 3 ball of the year. Theorem is number 2 right now because of how much it is impressed me. Infinity is number 3. I've done quite a few bowling balls this year, and it's just number 1 Steel Runner Pro. Love that ball. I love both of them. They are just extremely different. and I love that. Like, if I'm gonna build a bag just with, like, say a 6-ball arsenal, not including like the urethane balls, I would probably go. I have to go just like perfect mindset, infinity, Theorem, Steel Rhino Pro. Throw in ethos and ethos and like a rhino. I am biased towards Brunswick, but that wouldn't be a terrible bag. And it's crazy that these are so different, but I love them both so much. It's just, I'm extremely impressed with this ball. And I probably will never stop talking about how much I like it because of how much it is impressive. Go get yours at your local bowling world or at the link in the description. It is Black Friday, so there may be some sales going on. This is uploading Saturday, but still. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Hope y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. I have been OSIMA Ball Reviews. Oh shoot, I missed again. Thank you all for watching, and I hope I don't miss y'all next time.